What's happening? Melee, what's going down, bro? What's happening? Slow morning. Yes. Y'all know what it is. Game time. Ah, my foot swollen as a little more than a little bit. That bad boy swole for real. Barely get my shoe on. Uh, oh well. Still gotta go through the motion. Do what I can do, you know. Something as a bulldog, you know. Yeah, something as a bulldog. I hate to say it. Oh, but yeah, now. Right. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, right. Yeah. Man, oh shoot, let me go get this fan and then it's on, man. Let me go get this fan. I'm a towel. I'm a towel. Man, man. Let's go. Yeah, my foot swole as I don't know what, but not in as much pain as yesterday. So that's good. It is what it is out here, man. It is what it is. Feeling that. Let's go. Let's see what I can do. So, let's go. Yeah, take my time. Ain't no rush. Ain't no rush. And we now starting to feel it. You know, uh, working through injuries. This injury kind of it be the small stuff that be holding you back if you let it. If you let it. Main thing I'm doing right now is going through the motion, even though I'm injured, and mitigating my balance throughout and adjusting. Going there. So I'm able to show up. You know what I'm saying? Now, my capabilities, they might be, you know, limited. That nonetheless, that doesn't stop you from showing up. You know what I'm saying? This is your life. It's your mission. You know what I'm saying? This is your test. True story. You know what I'm saying? Just believe there's some pressure out of there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, boy. But feel a lot better than it ain't. It ain't as much. It ain't as much pain as yesterday. Tell you that. But it hurt. So speaking of recovery, working through injuries and so on and so forth. Not a doctor or nothing, but a lot of your recovery isn't just in rest. Ah, It's in your food intake. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, your food intake helps you to recover faster during injuries, and especially when it comes to just your regular rest and recoup. So if you attempting to get the fastest recovery you can get, it's more than just physical therapy or you know ibuprofen or something like that. Some ice. Now I'm talking about on those, you know, no matter the level of it, right? Because you are what you eat, you know, just off. So if you're going through an injury or hell, you just extra sore and you trying to rest, recoup, and recover, eating fast food, candy, that's not gonna help that. But if you were to eat the foods that help your joints, bones, muscle recovery, there's plenty of different foods for it. Surprised to how faster your body can get back to its uh, normalcy per se. You know, yeah, you be surprised. But most people they duck and dodge and find an excuse to not even go through the rehab or go through whatever they need to go through because they always got that hand in the mirror telling you, hey, chill, you should rest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You always got that in the mirror, man in the mirror, woman in the mirror, telling you, hey, you've been working hard. You should go ahead and, you know, chill out. Nah, man. You know? Yeah, man. Thank God it ain't hurt like it was yesterday, but it is slow. Let's go. Boy, you be trying hard, boy. You be trying hard, man. Man, I got you set in the game. Salute to that. Yeah, salute to that. Work hard on that response, boy. Work, man. True story, man. Like working through these injuries uh is a mental thing. Uh I never understood it when I was playing ball because I took a lot of things for granted, mind you. Yeah. Oh, I took a hey, what's happening? What's happening, Savage? What's going down, bro? Yeah. Working through these injuries, like you know, when I was playing ball, I never took it serious. I never understood what it was like. And if you ever have a bad injury, usually the ones where you got to get some kind of surgery or something. Uh, I don't know if you would call it a form of uh, PTSD or whatever. It becomes a mental thing. That stuff messed me up after my first knee surgery because as a running back, I one of my cornerstones to um, the way that I move was I was able to plant and cut quick. To be such a big back, I could move. But when I had my first knee surgery, that was taken away from me, not only physically, but more so mentally. It became a mind thing because after the first surgery, I had to do the majority of the rehabbing myself, you know, uh, get my knee drained and stuff like that. I had no choice. Um, but yeah. So now it was, don't get it twisted. It was definitely physical when it came to the point of me trying to uh, regain the same kind of uh, jolting uh, plans and moves that I could do as a running back. Now, mind you, I was pretty good at it, but the mental game came into play. When I got back active, you dealing with your mindset. You know, before I would go to do the same thing, I have that, I don't want to get injured again. If I place my foot this way, is this gonna happen? Blah, blah, blah. All in the ass, the anxiety, the hesitant, you holding up and, and in the midst of action can be more dangerous than what I'm saying. You going forward with. So when you start dealing with injuries or whatnot, man, like you dealing with the physical aspect and you trying to recover. But then on the back end, more important than the physical, it's got to be a mental thing too. Because it used to be a thing where I didn't understand until it was too late. I didn't understand until it was too late. And you see people like, you know what I'm saying? There's the roll of the dice of all the stars aligning and the sun shining on the dog ass one day. But Adrian Peterson, he had 3 surgeries throughout his career. And if you saw him move to the day he retired, you wouldn't think anything about those knee injuries. You wouldn't even think he had knee injuries. When he retired, he was still moving and grooving. The only thing about it is age. You would be like, okay, if you didn't know him, you'd just be like, he's aged in the program, throughout his career. But I don't think people understand the power and how special Adrian Peterson was to showcase the game. I always say, I've always said, man, yeah, don't get it twisted. Like, it's all about the highlights. It's all about the initial game that you work toward. You show somebody, you show me your lowest points and how you came out of that. You show me your greatest losses, and I'll tell you what kind of man you are. This boy had a knee surgery. I think I might be lying. I think he might have had 4 knee surgeries because he had 2 knee surgeries, 2 knee surgeries in college, 2 in college. You understand? That's crazy. But to have that mindset, to be able to overcome that in the league, playing running, and then having 2 knee surgeries in the NFL. And then still setting records. You know what I'm saying? That's it's of a different caliber. You know what I'm saying? But more than physical, it's the mental better. You understand? So how you these things. Now, I ain't gonna lie, all the stars might align as far as, the doctors and recovery, so on and so forth. You got, and you always, and you got you gotta understand for Adrian Peterson, besides having the doctors and staff, as far as rehab and all of that. It's still a mental thing. Because you can look at plenty of running backs that have taken those type of injuries, came back. It's a thing where your mind say you can't. Say you can't. These are facts. Don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't do when you the one putting in the work. Bottom line. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line. Yeah. Hey, Ty, what's happening? Yeah. Ah. Yeah, man. They got broke a toe or something, man, because I got my whole foot swole. I could barely put the shoe on. Well, we gonna work through it though. But anyway, yeah, man, that boy Adrian Peterson, those days when it comes to those injuries and getting back to it, like, man, it's a mental thing. And I don't think people understand how determination, uh, yeah, 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 man, they got my whole, like, bruh, these two toes over here, my pinky toe and the toe right next to it, they look like balloons in there. All this is swole right here, man. But I can say this as far as on the up and up. Like yesterday, it was thrive and thrive. Today, it's hurting. It is hurting, but it don't feel like it did yesterday. So they good with the bad. But either way it go, I wouldn't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I got to roll like this bad boy. See, keep rolling from side to side. But yeah, man. Those injuries and pushing through it and the whole nine. And like, don't get it twisted. I'm not out here further into myself or whatever, but I have learned, like, hey, man, the body in itself, oh, it's all good. But that be another thing, though. That's a good point, though. That's a good point. Because there's a lot of factors that you got to factor in when it comes to it, and how mentally conscious you got to be of things. Because my foot hurt, so I started adjusting weight. If I started adjusting weight one side to the other, then next thing you know, my ankle hurt on my other foot. Then my knee hurt. Then my hip hurt. Then my back hurt. Then my shoulder hurt. Then my leg hurt. And they just go all the way up. But like, so being conscious of this stuff is very, very important when you come to moving around. But a lot of the work is on you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the work when it comes to rehabbing and doing so on and so it's on you. But let me explain something to you about the human body and how amazing the human body is. So if you were to have a limb that was chopped off right now, it's out of the blue, your body automatically goes into repair mode. It's working to try to stop the blood. It's working to try to heal and do all of that immediate. Not saying that it can stop the blood and do all that, and so on and so forth, but that's how your body reacts. I'm big on military history. So, and I don't know why I love military history the way I do with so much lessons and so on and so forth within that. But when you look at previous wars and you look at casualties, not the deaths, I mean walking casualties. Uh, it's been plenty of soldiers uh, that have been shot multiple times and, you know, gone to the rear. Yeah, it's great history, man. Great history. Have gone to the rear and got patched up, and I mean shot multiple times. And 2 weeks to a month, they back in the fight. Now, that becomes a mental thing, man. You know, how do they, and I'm not saying for you to take on that mentality, but I'm saying when you start to think about it, when you start thinking about it across the board, man, mind is a powerful thing. Can if you say you can, you can. You say you can't, you can. So these are the things that we overlook. We sincerely overlook these things, man. Um, we talk ourselves out of so much. You know what I'm saying? When we have more, we're well equipped to do it physically. You might not be able to physically accomplish it today, but you can do it if you say you can. If you say you can, then you can. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Right, man. The mind is a powerful thing. And the body is man, it's amazing. Because if you break your arm, if you tear a muscle, anything. Yeah, I see you, Ty. But if you break a bone or anything, your body automatically goes into recouping and repairing. It just does. That's a fact. Now, if you have one of those something that you got to get placed back in, or whatever, your body is still healing, whether it goes into place or not. It's just gonna heal incorrectly. So, with that being said, man, like whether you resting or moving, your body is gonna be doing what it's supposed to do, or doing whatever it's capable of. You might as well go ahead. Oh yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. It ain't one. It's two. It's two. I missed something when I kicked. I messed my wait. Yeah. Yep. Messed my stuff up pretty good. I had it coming. I had it coming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But nonetheless, the thing is like this. If you ain't whatever's done in the dark, it's gonna come out. It's just kids. So when it's time to raise to those, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. So when it comes time to raise to those occasions, can you work your way through it? Can you work your way through it when the odds are all against you? When the stakes are not fair? When you have X amount of sleep, you're not 100%, and you've never been in this position before, ever. Have you ever noticed that some of those folks, especially that's why I do like boxing and stuff like that. Although I'm not no boxer, none of that stuff, but I like it because it's an individual sport, the combative sports where it's individual, it's on you. When you win, lose, or draw, it's on you. But whoever seen um yeah, I know that's right. But you ever seen a boxer or MMA fighter or whatever? It's on their way, take a loss. And they take that loss because they're dealing with somebody who has a lot more experience and they put them in a position that they've never been in before. They've never been in this position before. You know what I'm saying? And they're more in shape. They're better. They got youth on their side. They got a whole bunch of stuff going for them. But in this situation, you know, they get beat because they're getting put into a position that they've never been in before. And when you get put into that position that you've never been in before, you're lost. You're trying to figure your way out. You discombobulated, however you want to call it. I don't even know if I'll be able to do this today. But anyway, you discombobulated. I don't know if I should, man. Yeah. And I probably should. I'm just gonna do a round of world of suburbs, man. Take it easy. But nothing anyway. Let me see. So they put in a position they've never been in before, right? They take that loss. Now they know better. They're training and focused on working on not being put in that position before, and they've seen something that they've never seen before. If they knew what they knew prior to taking that loss, going into that fight with youth and everything else on their side, they would have smashed or they would have won the fight, right? So the lesson is sometimes you have to put yourself in certain positions. And I'm not saying I did it on purpose, but you got to put yourself in certain positions. Or when these certain occasions arise, these are opportunities for you to overcome it. Because it's like, that's why I say those are certain lessons that you can get from that. Just like being in a position that you've never been in before and having to figure your way out of it, versus being prepared because you put yourself in certain positions prior to climb out of, working through things when lack of sleep, not 100%, so on and so forth. That stuff rolls over. So what you do when nobody's looking, it rolls over. But nonetheless, man, I'm running my mouth. Let me get to going, man. Yeah. All right. know what? Nah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and do it, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump. Yeah, I'm good. Feeling me, I like, man. But man, yeah, when I had my second knee surgery, it was a microfracture. That's a pretty big knee surgery. Um, Supposed to be out for 6 months to a year, depending on the severity of it and so on and so forth. But anyway, um, like I say, you're supposed to be out for 6 months to a year. And long story short, the day I had the surgery, I believe I can't walk, I can't do anything. I'm like done. Uh, they had me go to rehab. you know, yeah, they had me go to rehab. So, that was a lesson in itself. That was a lesson in itself, you know. And, be consistently moving my knee. So, I never, I never stopped moving till I took that machine back. I don't know if I still got it. You got the pain. Ah. Ain't as bad as I thought. And and come to pain, man. 20 seconds to the pain. That'd be the thing. Right here. Look at the cup half empty versus half full. It don't hurt as bad as yesterday. Let's go. Ah. 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 Two. Ah. Let's go. Let's go. It's all good, man. We're gonna get it going. Come on. Pain or no pain. Email creative. Salute. Good morning. Yeah. Hey, John, what's happening, bro? What's going down? Man. Holding it down. Lead boy. Man. Hurry. As always, it's always something. It's always something. But it's always something to overcome. It's always a challenge. It's always a challenge within the challenge. Within the challenge. Here comes the time. Okay, leave. Ah, man, I've been whining and complaining about it all morning, bro. Man, so my pinky toe and the toe next to it, he like kick something on my slide, messed up. So them pinky toe, I mean, them two toes is dumb swole. And then the whole front right side of my foot is swole. Barely fitting in the shoe. And it hurt. It hurt. But it doesn't hurt like yesterday. Nowhere near what it hurt yesterday. So I'm good. I'm good. It's just one of them things you gotta walk it off. Uh if it was changing colors like purple and stuff like that or something, then I probably had to go get it looked at. But I'm good. I think I'm good. Appreciate it, Tim. Yeah, running this course. Yep, running this course, man. Yep.
You're too loud. Make it not work. The loudest one in the room is the weirdest one in the room. Turn this a little bit.
Yeah. I didn't know I was gonna get through it, but I did. See, that's how I be all the time, straight up. Like the times that you be trying to talk yourself out of it, be like, I'm gonna go ahead and just do it. Yeah, let me go ahead and just go through the motion. And right now, I'm thinking like, well, how I did them burpees yesterday, but I did it. I'm gonna do it again today. I'm gonna do it again today. Uh, every day ain't gonna be that day. It just ain't. But I always know. I always know. You know, um, it's somebody wishing all they had was a little injury I got now. And I'm laughing and stuff, but I'm being dead serious, like straight up, man. It's always somebody wishing that all they had was your problems. You know what I'm saying? You know, straight up, you know. But nonetheless, man, on to the next one, man, around the world. I'm taking my time as I go through this stuff too, man. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Salute to the word. Salute to the morning PT warriors, man. You know. And, and you know, that's part of the thing that be like, man, shit, let me go ahead and go through this motion anyway. That's why I say, if I had the opportunity, or not the opportunity, time out. I'm not inviting this. But if all I could do was get out of my bed and roll around as a workout, I would get up and I would do it because I know it's somebody out there saying, man, shh, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do that. Yeah, man. But damn, Sean. Tell me how you really feel. Sometimes, sometimes I really feel like people uh, are so I want what they got or I want the prize that they don't understand the prize is the process. How many people have gotten things that they thought that they wanted, even worked for it, not even give it to you. You thought you wanted it. You worked dumb hard to get it. Now you got it. You get bored with it. But that fight, that push, that climb, that's the story. That's the story. That's the prize. You get the prize, you get bored. You know what I'm saying? True story, man. You get the prize, you get bored. You know what I'm saying? You know, you find you find you finally beat the game. You probably never play the game again. But the whole time You was playing Contra, or you understand, whatever you was playing, you know, you was working, you was hard, you was in it, you was studying, you was moving, you was everything. Now you done with it, you know? Get lost in that process. Get lost in that process. Hey, yeah, man. Yeah, people be so obsessed with, you know, trying to get this or trying to get that, or whatever the case may be. It's the it's the battle to get from point A to point B. That's where the gold is. That's where the gold is. You know what I'm saying? Like the prize is just documentation of the work. The prize is just the documentation of the work. That last one was trash. I could have did better than that. But anyway, Usain Bolt, Usain Bolt busted his chops for 4 years just for documentation of 9 seconds. He busted his chops for 4 years just for documentation of 9 seconds. We ain't show up for the work. We ain't show up for that. We wasn't cheering the ball during them 4 years. Where were you? You know what I'm saying? Where was I? Yeah, that's where the diamonds are, the jewels. Yeah. Last one was trash there too. I was scared I was gonna slip again. Give myself a Charlie horse. You know what I'm saying, Charlie? You hear me, girl? Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yep. Like, we can brag, we can showcase all of this stuff. As far as what you look like, what your numbers doing, and everything. But I'm gonna tell you, like Will told me, he said, you can keep your certificates and documentation. Don't give a damn about that. Let me see what you can do. You understand? Documentation is nothing but proof of the work. Document, that's all the victory is. But the work, the victory of the spoils of the work. But the work, they see the grind. I mean, they see that shine, but they don't see that grind. Keep grinding. Keep grinding. Yeah, keep grinding. Count the most when you do it when nobody is looking. Man. Ah. Man. you ever had people in your life? You ever had people in your life, as a kid, before you coming of age? I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you know, you thought this and that of them. I'm not talking about your parents or anything. I'm talking about another adult or older gentleman or whatever. And as you got older, you started to realize, hey, it ain't everything. They not what you expected them to be. Matter of fact, you know, yeah, that way. It's the same thing. When you start looking at these challenges that are laid before you, sometimes we be making that stuff bigger than what it is. And as time progresses, and time goes on, and you get further along in your journey, and you look back, you be like, man, I don't know what I was thinking. But the only way for you to get there is for you to put one foot in front of the other. Especially through the rain, pain, hell, sleep, and stuff. We be making things bigger than what they should be. We be talking ourselves out of a winning or a growth situation before we even get in the situation. Before we even get in the situation, we try to talk ourselves about it. Believe what? But nonetheless, will feel way better than it did yesterday. Thank God for that. Yeah. Big thanks. Yeah. Man. Yeah. I hear it. comes the interesting part. Man, I'm taking my time, and it's only gonna be 20 minutes. So I didn't do it yesterday. I can do it today. Damn burgers. Damn burgers. Michelle, can you get me hype, girl? Cause I need some of that, that bulldog. Can you give me some of that bulldog? Can I get some of that, Michelle? Just a little bit. Don't speak for me. Speak for me, Michelle. No, speak. What? No, get up there. I just want you to speak for me. Get me hype. Get me hype. Thank you. Get me hype. Get me hype. All right, thank you. I need some of that. That isn't, man. I appreciate it. All right, get your butt up to me. All right, back to the sketch. Let's go. I'm about to bang out these little 20 minutes of burpees. And, take my whining and complaining tail. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man, but, salute to everybody, man, who understands that it's all about the work, man. It's all about the work. And every day is not going to be that day. Every day you ain't going to be 100%. But I'm sure y'all heard me say this. Oh, man, plenty of time before. Yeah. Hey, these burpees really going to be interesting. But nonetheless, man, 10 seconds to go time, man. 10 seconds to go time. Yeah. Yes, sir. All right, let's go. Yes, sir. Man. Ah, yeah. All you gotta do is show up and go through the motion, man. All you gotta do is show up and go through the motion. But like I say, when it comes down to it, man, all of your wins, especially the trophies, the ones that come with trophies, it's just documentation of the work that you put in. It's just documentation of the work you put in. If you in the car, you ran through a whole bunch of cars, you know, you know that you always want this or you want that. Some of us know what we want and stick to it. But car guys, they always get this car, get it done, do what they're gonna do, have they fun, then they want something else, But the fun, the work was in the work. The fun, the progress, the growth, the knowledge, everything was in the work, not in actually, having the car itself. Because I used to try to figure it out, be like, why the hell am I spending all this money? Then I'm gonna sell this car. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And I'm gonna do it over and over and over again. And then when I get 10 cars down the line, I'm gonna reminisce about how I should have never sold my first car. You know what I'm saying? I should have never sold my first car. So it got me thinking, like, for the car man that's really into building cars, that's really into, the chase. You could take the car out of the whole picture. The part, the labor, the putting in, I'm talking about wrench turns. You know what I'm saying? The labor, the going back and forth, the testing this, the doing that, the seeing how this deal versus that feel. Understand, you know what I'm saying, ratios. That is the addiction. You know what I'm saying? That's the addiction. The addiction is pushing it till it breaks and then getting something, then doing it again. You know, uh, don't get it twisted. The trophies and all of that and everything. It stands for something, and it's bragging rights, and it's something to pat yourself on the back. But the initial bill, the scrapes and bruises, you know what I'm saying? The stories that you can tell your homeboys while y'all kicking it, or your family, or your children, or whatever. Hey, you overcame this, or such and so forth. You know? Think about your life. Think about it. Think about the victories that you've had and how good they felt. But think about the trials and tribulations for anything that you had to work towards getting there. That's the gold. That's the diamonds. You know what I'm saying? And when we realize that, then the prize and all of that, it hit hard. It hit hard, but you always know when you get it, you're going to want something else. So if you lost in the process and you can enjoy the process, the prizes, the victories, and all of that, it's just it's part of the process. It's just part of the process. Now let's just say we take the process out of the situation. No process. Only thing that you can have, you want it, you got it. You want this victory, you want this, you want that, here, it's yours. No work involved. Now everybody got it. Because he sees you with it, he wants it, so he got it too. The value goes down. You understand? Because there is no process in the play. There's absolutely no process in the play. So if we take out the process and all you got is victories, what's the purpose? I got a Super Bowl ring. You got a Super Bowl ring. He got a Super Bowl ring. Because we just won. You didn't put in that process. Pop Warner, backing Pop Warner, you ain't put that process going to them summer camps. You didn't go through that process, keeping the grades up, putting the extra work in, going to high school, college, staying in line, making it to the league, fighting your way to the top, getting in the, all of it to get to the Super Bowl just to get the ring, right? All you wanted was the ring, and you got it. And I wanted one, so I got it. But you ask anybody who actually worked their way up to obtaining a Super Bowl ring, you can toss that Super Bowl ring in the trash as far as it's getting the experience from point A to point B. You know what I'm saying? So, the power, the knowledge, everything that you got, Daniel's son is in painting the fence. First, you know what I'm saying? Wax on, wax off. That's where the gold is at. That's where the gold is at. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. Everybody knows Forrest Gump. But let me tell you about the real to life Forrest Gump. Australia. The Australian dude, man. Check this out. You guys, if you ever heard of century runner, a century runner, century, like 100 years, century runner. They run 100-mile plus races or marathons, right? You know what I'm saying? Who my so hey John. Hey bro. I stopped watching football. I stopped watching sports altogether down there. I want to tell you 3 years ago. I hung it up 3 years ago. But since you asked, my favorite team is the Houston Texans and whoever whoops the Cowboys. The Houston Texans and whoever whoops the Cowboys. True story. And yeah, guys, I feel you, man. Farmer. Don't do that. Jumped out into the century race. He ain't even take the rules or nothing. He just knew it was a marathon. And it's a century race. They running over, I think it was like a 200 and something mile race. And he just thought it was a regular, he thought it was just a regular old race. So he jumped into the race. He got on boots. He got on rubber boots. Overall jeans. And he's 61. He's 61 years old. 61 years old. He gets out there and just starts running. He just starts running. Doesn't know it's a 60 race. Doesn't know it's a 200-mile plus race. Doesn't know anything. He got a couple of bottles of milk and say some jerky or something. I can't remember what it was. And he goes running. The race is like a 7-8 day race. Non-stop. But the runners would stop and rest and get sleep. The rest of the runners. He never stopped. In his mind, he never knew the rules to the race. So 7 days straight. 7 days straight. Are y'all listening? 7 days straight. This boy ran non-stop. 61-year-old man did not stop. They walking up to him, interviewing him while he's running, asking him questions. Ambulance following behind him because they scared he's gonna die. And while they asking him questions, they asked him, "Did you know the rules? Did you know?" I didn't know. He said, "Well, they said it's you still got X amount of days to go, or such and such miles to go." He said, "Shoot, I'll chase my cow on foot for more than 3 days." So, like these things that I'm saying, when you don't understand, when you put yourself through these things on a regular basis and regular work, it's just your routine. It's a routine. It's just something that you do. When it comes down for the test, in that case, and I promise tomorrow I'm gonna have all that information. I'm gonna put a link so you ain't gotta do the research. You can go see a couple of the stories from him yourself. 61 years old. 61 years old. 61 years old he is. Right? Overalls and rubber boots. Why everybody you know what I'm saying? 61. But anyway. So and I don't even want to give his name out because I want to put the link because so y'all can actually, keep the full adjust and don't anyway. So when you put yourself through these daily gauntlets of a routine, at first it is strenuous, tedious, your everything in your body and mind is telling you fight against it, but when you become to make it a routine and certain things happen in your life, whether it's to challenge you you volunteer for, or something happens that you unprepared, you will be more prepared than you expect. Mentally, with confidence, uh, you know, emotionally, all of that. You know, these things aren't just for the physique of humanity, you know, but again, it's your mindset. It's your mindset, you know. Hey, yo, fam, what's going on? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's your mindset, you know. Yo, fam, what's happening, man? Long time, bro. Big respect, big respect. Yeah, man, but you know, it's a mindset thing. And everybody sees the shine, but nobody sees the grind. And I can't stress to y'all how important that is. The most important thing. The shine means nothing. It's just documentation of the work. It's just documentation of the work. I got another one for you. Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard was the first person that ever taught me the word road work. I had to reacclimate, I had to relearn the definition of road work. You understand? Well, Sugar Ray Leonard was the first one that I ever heard road work from. And, you know, back in the day, fights used to go for long rounds, 15 rounds, heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? Big time. And imagine your cardio, the wheel that you have to have after you get past round 10 and 20. It becomes a whole different type of beast. And what he would talk about is, did I put in the road work? Did I put in the road work? Because everybody sees the shine, but nobody sees the grind. So his definition of putting in road work is putting in that extra hour. You know what I'm saying? If I have to put in an extra hour, I got to put in an extra 2 hours. And he would know when it comes to that 12th round, he's exhausted. You know what I'm saying? His opponent has given everything that he's got. And they both give him everything that he got. He still got reserves. He still got reserves. He's one of the only boxers that you'll see flare up like round 1 and round 13, 14, 15. Because he put in the road work. He mentally, physically prepared himself to go past the distance. But all you get is documentation of that victory. That's all you get. That's all we get. The documentation of the victory. You don't get the story behind it. You don't get to see or understand the purpose and why that road work was put in. You understand? But that's the jewels. That's where it's at. Everybody wants a trophy this, trophy that. Yes, I understand. But what about the work? You see? Because like I said, if we were to take out the prize or the work, let's just say the process altogether, there is no work. You want this victory, you got it. You want it, you got it. Right? Where's the value? Where's the growth? Own it, buy it, you know what I'm saying? Where's the growth? Those victories, those trophies, all of that is proof of the work. I know it's cheating and all types of stuff because that's what I'm talking about. You have people that want the prize so bad that they willing to bypass the work because all they want is the prize. You can have it. You can have it. But like I say, if we were welders, and somebody said produce the work, you understand? And that's the difference. The folks that cheat, steal, lie to get that vision, they can't rinse, they can't wash, rinse, and repeat. They can't do that because the work is the work. Usain Bolt if they say, hey, Usain Bolt didn't say, hey, I just want to win. I just want to win. Let's go ahead and break the world record. It don't happen like that. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. 4 years is some change, but for a few seconds, less than 10 seconds, less than 9 seconds, for work. Hey, see, shine. Leave me, they don't see the grind. But that's where the diamonds are. That's where the diamonds. You know what I'm saying? Most of the funniest comedians have had the roughest life. The roughest life. You know, those roughest. You know what I'm saying? Or had to deal with this tough lives. Tough lives. But at the same time, we can sit up there and laugh and do all that other stuff and everything like that because we see the shine. We see them shining, entertaining and all. So them dark spots stand to become the person that they are, man. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, winning is only documentation of the work. It's only documentation of the work. You know what I'm saying? Those that can consistently do it. Those that consistently, you know. You understand, man? The process. That's where the diamonds are. That's where the jewels are. In that process. You know? Yeah, man. But hey, you know, it's another day done, man. Got another one done. Got another one done. Fight through the injury. Working out through an injury, you know? And that's it's just life, man. It's just life. It's just life, you know. And I'm glad that I'm glad I can capitalize on certain little opportunities like this, where people can halfway see me go through that process because I am in pain. I could, there's plenty of excuses I could use to not show up. But if I can do it, you can too. No, I'm not a doctor. And no, so take everything that I say with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm stressing that. But you know your body better than anybody else. You know your body better than anybody else. You know, if you go, no matter if you could be a full health bill of health and go to the doctor and they still gonna prescribe you something. I tell you to do something. So with that being said, you need to be able to focus on yourself and be able to put yourself through certain motions or learn certain self-healing capabilities, period. Whether whether you're a youngster, whether you getting up there in age, focusing and understanding self-healing properties, earth properties. When I say earth properties, I mean herbs, mushrooms, plants that produce medicine, vegetables, fruits, the vitamins that come from them. My aunt, she, yes, sir. Yeah, my aunt, my auntie, man. She, I don't know if I think we all might have one in the family that has that one thing. And she was a registered nurse, VA. But we all got one of the family members that had that one item that say put it on everything. Yeah. And my aunt was one who was like, if you ever got a cut, you got this, you got that, put some honey on it. Yeah. Some local honey. So, that's what I mean when I say like earth type properties. Some things, I'll tell you some things that I learned about self-healing. Joints and muscle issues, eucalyptus, peppermint, mint oil, the actual oils. Eucalyptus oil is the best, man. You can get some real concentrated eucalyptus oil. It works better than biofreeze and all of that stuff as far as healing. She put me onto that years ago, and working through extra soreness, certain injuries or whatnot, buying some eucalyptus oil. And if I didn't have it, if we had some type of peppermint, spearmint, or whatever kind of oil, rubbing that on those joints or whatnot, especially like before you go to bed, and letting it just, get in there while your body goes into a full relaxation, not necessarily moving around. Man, it works wonders, man. I've healed faster than I wouldn't if I didn't do certain things. Eating properly. Like I know my situation right now, so down it on the sugar, whatever kind of sugar intake, and up it on the bone broth and all the proper diet, that putting the proper food in my body that aids recovery. I can't stress that enough. Like when we start going through these situations and you've got a situation, you falling back, you got, you injured or whatever, why would you put a bunch of junk food in your body when your body is fighting to recover? And that's what I was talking about earlier. If you break an arm, if you do anything, your body immediately, as soon as it recognizes that it's broke, within seconds, it immediately goes in the healing process. That's the swelling. That's the first stage of healing. Your body immediately goes into it. And if it is a horrible injury or whatever, and it is not properly addressed, it will heal incorrectly because your body automatically goes into healing. So when you start going through these injuries and you start going through whatever the situation is, the food that you put in your body is going to help you recover. It's either going to help you or not. So these are things that we neglect on a regular basis. And these are things that I'm talking about through my experience. And I'm going to stress this again. I am not a doctor. So take everything that I'm saying with a grain of salt. But it is a proven fact that damn near every medicine that you take it, that everything that you got to pop in your mouth, that you got to shoot in your vein, that you got to rub on your, you know what I'm saying? Any kind of whatever it is, man, eye drops, all of that. It derives from the earth, from some form of manner. You know what I'm saying? Like my mother had Alzheimer's, and we paying arm and a leg for these damn medicine, even with insurance and all that. And come to find out, the main ingredient in the medicine was coconut oil. The fuck out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, all I'm saying is, man, and it's a real deal. It's the real, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. Salute, young fam. Salute, my G. You know what I'm saying? That shit had me so pissed. I'm talking about like, you go and you doing all this research, you seeing all these big words on the back of a damn pill, and then you go and you dissect that thing, you find out this big word means coconut oil. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You paying. But anyway, man, before I get too, you know what I'm saying, strung up on that, but like the food that we put in our body, man, that man, I can't stress to you enough, especially if you try to recover. Like injuries and all, man, tighten up your diet. Continue to try to push through the process, even if even even if you look like you babying it and everything. I would rather see somebody, and it's you are who you are, and I am who I am. But I would rather baby myself, tiptoe and just whatever, going through the motion, because I'm still going through the motion while my body is healing. Your body is healing from the second you get injured, from the second you get shot, from the second you get whatever. Your body goes to breaking a bone, whatever. Your body immediately goes into healing. The swelling, the whatever, trying to stop the blood, trying to stop whatever. God, dog, Michonne. But anyway, yeah, man. So the things that we put in our body is gonna help us heal faster or not. And I know y'all probably like, God, dog, that boy running his mouth. I know I do, man. But hey, man, I got nothing but love for y'all, man. Hey, man. Hey, I'm always for the underdog, man. I'm always for the underdog. That's that's what we are, man. Underdogs, man. Man, don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't do when you the one putting in the work. I give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you are. I don't care what you got going on. They gonna hate. They gonna say whatever they gonna say. But do not let anybody tell you what you can and can't do when you the one putting in the work. And with that being said, man, hey, sleep with the giants, wake with the monsters, and eat with the lions. You are the captain of your fate and the master of your soul, the master of your fate and the captain of your soul, man. I'm glad I got that workout over with. And the whole thing is that my foot been giving me issues, and now it's feeling a lot better. I know when I take the shoe off, it's gonna hurt, but like workout done, and then all of a sudden it just start feeling better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Man, life be life, man. But hey, salute to the work, man. And salute to everybody out there struggling to get through and finding a way to make a way. Y'all the real heroes, man. Y'all the real ones in the trenches. We are holding it down. P.O.P. holding it down. And I'm out, man. Got much love for y'all, man. Hey, I hope y'all enjoy y'all day. And hey, stay on your note, man. Stay on your note. Yes, sir. We are. Peace.
Not fairy tales, Shogun standing tall. You, boy, you build brittle. We build different. We run dogs, we don't run mouth, boy, we build different. You bark loud, but you are